Hi, I'm Jimmy Tamborello. I make music as Dntel, and you're watching Amoeba, What's in My Bag, Home Edition. First record I have here is Roedelius, tape archive 1973 to 1978. It's a 3-record set of kind of demo recordings he made over a period of years where he was out in the countryside. I've gotten a lot of inspiration from this photo in the album of his little studio setup he made, looking out the window, just with like a reel-to-reel, a couple of keyboards and some effects. I've done a few setups like that when I've been real stuck, and it's helped. And I love all Roedelius music, all Cluster, Mobius, all that stuff. Speaking of inspiration, this Charli XCX record, How I'm Feeling Now. It was made in the beginning of the pandemic, and she was going online a lot, posting videos of the process. And every time I watched one of the videos, it would make me want to go work on my own stuff. And besides that, it's just a really good record. If you like ambient experimental electronics, this new album from Log is really good. It's a duo of two of my favorite current electronic artists, Theresa and Ola, working together here for an album on Experiences Limited. It's real textural with kind of heavy dubby bass. Log. Also sort of in the ambient world is the Spinbertrand record, NGC 1999. It's on Les Albums Klaus. He's a Belgian bass clarinetist, and this is mostly clarinet with little bits of electronics. Definitely sounds like it could be an old space movie soundtrack, but it's really pretty, real somber. Just recently a friend put this Robert Hood track, The Art of War, into a mix, and I really thought it was a new song. Didn't realize it was from 2002. The whole EP is good. All Robert Hood is good. This next one has one of my all-time favorite songs on it. It's called Wetz by the band Ecstasy of St. Theresa. This is an EP from '91. They're a Czech shoegaze band. This whole EP is really good, but especially the first song. It's kind of just a real short, punky, indie pop, shoegazy track. But all the early Ecstasy of St. Theresa stuff is really good. I listened to this record from Erika de Casier a lot called Essentials. Came out in 2019. It's real like 90s R&B type stuff, but with some more modern dance elements in the production.
I'm trying to have a good time with you. I had a really good time. I had a really good time.
She's from Copenhagen, and most of this is produced alongside DJ Central, who's also a Copenhagen artist and has done a lot of stuff that I really like. Yeah, she has a really unique voice too, and a new album coming on 4AD, I think, pretty soon. This next one is something I just got turned on to recently. It's by Tucker Zimmerman. It's called Word Games. He was a California folk artist, started in the 60s, but this record that came out in '83 is all techno-pop. It ends up sounding kind of like a gentle version of Suicide. Maybe also reminds me of Speak and Spell a little bit, just real minimal techno-pop production. I especially like the song Standing on Stone. This is another early 80s record. It's called Demo Tape 1. It's a compilation. The story behind it is Ryuichi Sakamoto and Akiko Yano had a radio show called Sound Street, and they asked all their listeners to submit home recordings, and then they compiled it here. It's a crazy mix of music. A lot of it's very lo-fi, just like recorded on a handheld cassette recorder. Some distorted acapellas through to like weird electronics and poppier stuff. It's sequenced really well and it's just really fun to listen to. The only artist on it that I recognized beforehand was Toate from Delight, has a couple songs on it. And somewhat related, we have this Minamateru compilation. It came out last year. This is a compilation of Japanese indie music, but modern stuff. It has a similar spirit to the Demo Tape 1 comp, just like the range of genres and just how good of a listen it is all the way through. A lot of like indie pop music on this, all the way through to some pretty weird electronics. And then if you want weird music from Japan from the 80s but compiled recently, there's this somewhere between mutant pop, electronic minimalism, and shadow sounds of Japan, 1980 to 1988. Just came out on Light in the Attic and is full of interesting productions. Last thing I have here is this box set on vinyl on demand called Mexican Cassette Culture. This is a collection of stuff that was originally released on cassettes back in the late 70s, early 80s. All like experimental noise, industrial, dark ambient drone music. They've done a series of these releases, but this one focuses on Mexico. I especially like this artist Carlos Alvarado, who does a project called Via Lactea. Vinyl on Demand does such a good job of excavating these worlds. Everything I've got from them I've enjoyed. Plus the packaging is really nice. Feels like a library book. And that's everything in my bag today. Thanks Amoeba for having me. Thanks for watching.